Hi everyone, it's Christine from Mission Yoga. Thank you for joining me for another 60-minute all levels vinyasa class. So we'll just give everyone a moment or two to join in. So if you're tuning in and joining us, let me know if you can hear me okay. Let me check. Good. So we'll be flowing through a 60-minute practice. As always, I'm going to encourage you to make this practice your own. If at any time you need to take rest, modify a pose, or if you feel like you need to take a pose a little bit further, or choose a different variation that maybe I'm not cueing, please feel free to do so. Make this practice your own. It is yours. It is unique to you. So let's get started on our mats. So find a comfortable seated position on your mat, just to find our breath. You can be sitting cross-legged or have your legs tucked underneath you. Palms can be up towards the ceiling or down towards the floor. Eyes can be closed if you're ready to close them. If they are open, just let your gaze soften a bit and begin to deepen your breath. In our vinyasa practice, that breath is our guide, and our goal is to link our movements with our breath. Deep breath in, fill up. Exhale, empty. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Two more breaths like that. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Letting everything go. One more breath like that. Inhale through the nose, fill up. Exhale out the mouth. Good. Helping us clear our minds to anything that is not serving us at the moment, and begin to find our way to child's pose. So rolling over your knees, bringing the toes together, the knees are wide. Sitting the hips to the heels, relaxing the upper body onto the mat. And continuing your deep breathing. Walking the fingertips forward, lengthening the spine. Feeling that stretch on your inhales. Really reaching the hips towards the heels on the exhales. A deep breath in. Exhale out. Inhale, fill. Exhale, empty. Inhale, walk the fingertips to the right, getting a stretch of the left side body. Breathe in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale through center. And inhale, walk them over to the left. Getting a stretch of the right side. Breathe here. Keeping the hips pressed back. Good. On your inhale, coming back to center, child's pose. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Setting an intention for yourself, for your practice. whatever you need, just inviting it in and asking for it. And slowly make your way to tabletop, hands and knees, untucking the toes and making sure that the joints are stacked. So the hips are stacked over the knees are in line with the ankles, and the shoulders are stacked over the wrists. And we'll warm up the spine with a couple rounds of cat and cow pose. On an inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze, tailbone up, cow. Exhale, rounding the spine, tucking the chin, gaze to the belly button, cat pose. Inhale, look up, tailbone lifts. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round. Feeling free to add anything that you'd like, maybe turning the fingertips to face the wall behind you. Inhale, breathe in, drop the belly. Exhale, round. You can also move forward, back, side to side, hip rolls, neck rolls, whatever you need. 2 more rounds. Inhale, look up, tailbone lifts. Exhale, round and curl. 1 more breath in. Exhale, round. Inhale to neutral. Exhale, tuck the toes. Lift the knees, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Good. Pedaling out your first down dog. Alternating, bending the knees. Good, shaking the head yes and no, just warming up the body for your practice. Good. On your next inhale, roll forward to high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg to the ceiling, keeping the foot flexed. Exhale, bend at the knee, take it up and over to the left, opening up the hip, taking a few breaths here. Pressing the left heel towards the mat, keeping the shoulders square, not dipping into the left shoulder, and not letting the right shoulder pop up. Breathe. Inhale, release it, kick the leg straight behind you, and gently lower it down. Downward facing dog. Inhale, switching sides, reaching the left foot to the ceiling. Exhale, keeping the foot flexed, bend at the knee, take it up and over to the right, opening up the left hip. Staying with your breath, keeping the right heel pressing to the mat. Shoulders stay square, not dipping into the right shoulder, not letting the left shoulder lift. Breathe. Inhale, reach the left leg straight behind you, 3-legged dog. Exhale, lower it down, downward facing dog on all 4s. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, walk the hands to the feet at the back of the mat and find ragdoll. Keeping the feet at least hip width distance apart. Take opposite hands to opposite elbows and hang out here. Letting your upper body completely relax and hang heavy. You can sway side to side, maybe forward, back. Whatever feels good. Aiming the tailbone towards the ceiling, letting the hinge come from your hips. Shake the head yes and no, not holding anything in the neck. Let gravity do the work. Really opening up the back of the legs, the lower back, and the back of the neck. Another deep round of breath in your ragdoll. Inhale, fingertips to the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, walk it out, downward facing dog. Inhale, up onto your toes. Exhale, walk yourself to the top of your mat and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, taking your time, slowly rise to stand, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take 3 deep breaths here, recalling your intention. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale, let it go. We'll warm up with sun salutation A. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms and step it back, high plank. Take a breath in at the top. On your exhale, either lower your knees, chest, or chin, or take chaturanga if it's in your practice. Inhale, cobra pose to modify, or take upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Breathe in and out. Taking your time, make your way to your down dog. There's no rush. Always moving at your own pace. Good. Take a couple breaths here. You can always modify that vinyasa sequence as I did by dropping the knees, chest, chin, and taking cobra. Or you can skip it and meet us right in downward facing dog. Good. Inhale up onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees forward. Look forward and step or jump top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up to stand, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Inhale, breathe in. One more sun salutation A. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, palms to the mat, step back and lower down. Exhale, either chaturanga or drop the knees to modify. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look to the hands, step or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, arms overhead, palms press. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sweep up, bend the knees, sit the seat, chair pose. Having a slight tuck in your tailbone. Keep the chest lifted, heart open. Grounding down through the feet, weight is in the heels. Keep your breath moving. One more inhale, reach. Exhale, fold over straight legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, palms to the mat, step or jump back and lower down, chaturanga or drop the knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot between the hands. Drop the heel of the left foot and rise to warrior one. Settle in on your exhale. Breathe here. Relax the shoulders. Keep the bend in the right knee. Take one more breath in. Exhale, plant the palms and either move through a vinyasa or meet us right in downward facing dog. Using your breath. And we'll all meet up here, down dog. Deep breath in. And let it go. Setting it up on the left. Inhale, step the left foot forward, grounding the right heel. Sweep up and settle in on your exhale. Stay with the breath. Reaching through the fingertips, grounding down through the feet. One more breath in, reach. Exhale, palms to the mat. Again, either stepping back, moving through your vinyasa with your breath, or meeting us right in downward facing dog. It's up to you. Deep breath in and empty it out. Inhale up onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, sweep up and sit low. Exhale. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, sit a little lower. Inhale, rise to stand, straighten the knees. Exhale, hands to heart. Deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale, sweep up and sit low, chair. Breathe. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold forward over straight legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the palms and either step or jump back, chaturanga, or drop the knees. Chest, chin to modify. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the right leg to the ceiling. Exhale, bend at the knee, take it up and over to the left. Opening up that hip. Breathe into that space. Inhale, kick it straight back behind you, three-legged dog. Exhale, pull your knee to nose and step it through. Runner's lunge to high lunge. Whoop. Sweep it up. Take your time. It's okay if you wiggle. Just make your way there. Adjust as needed. Breathe. Good. From your high lunge, open this up to warrior two. Spin the back foot parallel to the back of the mat. Open arms, open hips. On your inhale, flip your front palm. Reverse your warrior. Optional half bind. If you like to wrap your left hand around your low back, feel free to do so. If not, just keep it resting on your straight leg. One more breath here. Inhale, bring it back, warrior two. Good, then we're going to sweep it back to a high lunge. Pivot up onto the ball of the left foot, breathe in. Exhale, plant the palms and step it back, high plank, and either moving through vinyasa with your breath or meeting us right in downward facing dog. Inhale, sweeping the left foot to the ceiling. Bend at the knee, take it up and over to the right. Breathing into that space you're creating in the left hip and in the right hamstring. Good, inhale, straighten the leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, pull knee to nose, core plank. Then step it through and begin to set up your high lunge. Take your time, ground down through the feet, eventually rising up, arms overhead. Keep your breath moving. Grounding down through the feet, relaxing the shoulders, really zipping up that back leg, feeling really strong and active in your extended right leg. And open this up, warrior two. Spinning your back foot parallel to the back of the mat. Open arms, open hips. Breathe, settle in. Inhale, flip the left palm and reverse your warrior. Exhale. Breathe here. Again, optional to half bind or stay right here. Breathe. Bring it back, warrior two. And on an inhale, return to your high lunge, pivoting on the ball of the right foot. Breathe in. Exhale, palms to the mat and step it back. High plank to low plank, exhale. Moving at your own pace through a vinyasa. Meeting up in downward facing dog. Breathe here and stretch it out a little bit. You can pedal the legs, shake the head. Still warming up. Take a deep breath in, come up onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look to the hands, step or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly rise to stand, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breath here. Release it. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. We'll find runner's lunge. So adjust your stance. I kind of moved on my mat a little. I travel, so adjust if you need to and find your runner's lunge. Staying on the ball of the left foot, keeping your right leg forward, stepping the left foot to the back of the mat. Keeping length in your spine, coming to a simple twist. So grounding down through the left palm, reach the right arm to the ceiling. Breathe here. You can stay here or take a half bind, wrapping the right arm around the low back and gazing up over the top shoulder if it doesn't hurt your neck. If looking up bothers your neck, you can always look down. Do what works for you. Good. Release your twist, reach up. Return to your runner's lunge. Breathe in. Let it go. planting your back heel in warrior one legs, and wiggle walk the right foot to the edge of the mat, winding your stance. Reach the arms overhead. We're setting up humble warrior. So you want a wide warrior one stance. And find a bind behind your back for a shoulder opener. So you have options to either interlace the hands if that doesn't cause any pinching or pulling in the shoulders. If it does, you can modify by reaching for opposite wrists or elbows. Take a breath in to set up your humble warrior. And moving with your exhale, hinge from the hips, rinsing out the shoulders, letting the head rest and relax near the inside of the right knee. Be mindful to keep the breath moving in this pose. Stay grounded through the feet. Letting your legs hold you up, building a strong foundation. Take 2 more full breaths here. One more inhale. Exhale, letting go of everything, dropping it on your mat, and releasing your bind, fingertips to the mat. Walk that right foot back to where it started. Good. Straighten the knee, get a little relief. Then rebend it. Good. And when you're ready, on an inhale, sweep it up to warrior one. Breathe in. Exhale, open this up to warrior two. Inhale, straighten the right knee. Exhale, bump the hips back. Reach forward, out, and down. Triangle pose. Breathe here. If you like to practice other variations of triangle where you move your arms, maybe arms overhead, like you're holding a beach ball, maybe the bind, just a half bind, or play with lifting the arm. You can try all of those on. I'm going to stay in plain old triangle because it's my favorite. 2 more breaths here. Enjoying this stretch. 1 more. Good. Slowly bring yourself back to stand. Rebend the right knee, warrior two. Exhale. Take a breath in. Exhale to side angle pose. Either right elbow stays on the top of the right thigh, or bring the right palm to the instep of the right foot. Breathe. And then extend your side angle, reaching the right arm overhead, palm facing down, fingertips pointing towards the wall in front of you. Heart is open, chest is lifted, not collapsing your upper body at all. Keep your breath moving. 1 more. Reach the left arm straight up. And pull yourself back up to stand warrior two as a transition. Breathe in. Exhale, cartwheel the palms to the mat and step it back. Move through your vinyasa at your own pace. Filling up on your up dog or cobra. Letting it all go on your downward facing dog. Take a breath here, stretching it all out. Inhale up onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up, sit low, chair pose. Breathe. One more breath in. Exhale, fingertips to the mat. And we'll set up a runner's lunge on the left, stepping the right foot to the back of the mat. Breathe here. Breath is moving, always moving. Keeping that length in the spine. Plant the right palm, lift the left arm, simple twist. Either staying right here with the arm extended or optional half bind. Again, if this bothers your neck to look up, you can always look down at the mat if that feels better. One more breath. Good. Release any binds. Bring the palms to the mat. Ground your right heel. And we're going to take that wide warrior one stance. We're going to build our base for humble warrior. So rise up, arms overhead. Exhale, find your bind. Inhale, open up the heart, breathe in. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Let the head relax, dropping everything that you don't need. Any thoughts that don't serve you. Whatever you have to do later, whatever happened today, whatever happened yesterday, what's happening tomorrow, let it go. Rinsing it out and leaving it on the mat. Taking full breaths. One more inhale. Exhale, emptying completely. Releasing your bind. Walking that left foot back. Good. Popping up onto the ball, that back foot, rising up, high lunge. And then opening this up to warrior two on the left. Inhale, straighten the left knee. Exhale, bump the hips back, reach forward, out, and then down. Finding your triangle pose, take your time, set it up. Continue your breath. Again, options are always to take on whatever variation you did on the other side. Again, I'm going to say right in plain old triangle. Take two more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Good. Find a little bend in the left knee. Inhale, pull yourself back to warrior two. Exhale. Inhale, re-lengthen the spine. Exhale, find your side angle pose, either keeping the elbow on the top of the thigh or bringing the left hand to the instep of the left foot. Breathe here. Extend your side angle, reaching the right arm overhead, palm facing down. Fingertips are pointing to the wall in front of you. Keep your breath moving. Chest is lifted, rotating up and open towards the ceiling. One more breath. Inhale, reach the arms straight up. Exhale, pull yourself back to warrior two. Take a breath in. Exhale, cartwheel the palms to the mat. Step it back and lower down, chaturanga, or drop the knees, chest and chin. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And let it go. Inhale. Exhale, walk the hands to the back of the mat and find ragdoll. Taking opposite hands to opposite elbows and hanging out here. Coming back to your breath. Let the head hang heavy. You can sway side to side, forward, back, or staying still right at center. Just taking a few more deep breaths. Coming back to your intention. Drop the fingertips to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, walk it out, downward facing dog. Hips up, heels reach down. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale, walk the feet together. Exhale, setting up side plank on the right palm. Inhale, rolling forward into high plank. You have an option to drop the knee to modify. And on your exhale, rolling out into the edge of the right foot, or dropping the right knee to modify the pose. It's your practice, it's your choice. Breathe in your side plank if you like to play and lift a leg straight or take tree. That's up to you as well. Whatever variation you're in, keep the legs active, keep the core engaged, and keep lifting up through the hips. Take one more breath. Lift and release it. Palms to the mat, press it back, down dog. Breathe. Deep breath in. Let it go. Setting up the other side, walk the feet together. Rolling forward to high plank. Setting it up on the left side, up to you to stay onto the foot, or dropping the left knee to modify, keeping the feet flexed if you're lifted. Breathe. If you chose to lift a leg, try it on this side too. Keep breathing. Strong through your core, strong through your legs. One more round of breath in. Exhale. And release it. Palms to the mat. Down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or jump, top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slowly rise to stand, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center for 2 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, empty out completely. Bring your hands at your sides, palms facing the front of the room. Relax your shoulders down your back. Take one shoulder roll breath. Inhale, shrug your shoulders near your ears. Exhale, roll your shoulders down your back. Standing in your mountain pose. Before we set up a few balance poses, finding your grounding, feeling the mat beneath your feet and the floor beneath your mat, holding you up. standing tall. Feeling the crown of your head reaching towards the ceiling. Listening to the smooth rhythm of your breath beginning to even out. And I'll turn to face you as we begin our balance sequence with tree pose on the right side. So ground down through your left foot. Pick up your right foot, bringing it to the inner thigh, shin, or ankle. Hands to heart center to set it up. Set your gaze somewhere in front of you. Relaxing the shoulders, feeling length through your sides, engage your core. Listen to your breath. If you fall out, just get right back in. You can stay here at heart center or extend the arms. One more breath. And make your way out of your tree. And we'll switch sides. Going right into it on the right side, grounding down through the right. Picking up your left. Again, avoiding the knee with the placement of your lifted foot. Engage your standing foot, making it press against your lifted foot. Hands to heart. Set your gaze, core is engaged, listening to the breath, getting right back if you fall out. Take 2 more breaths in your tree. And begin to make your way out. Exhale. Reground. Feet into the mat. Hands at your sides. Palms facing forward. And we'll set up dancer's pose. So I'm going to turn and go back to the top of my mat. And we'll begin with our left leg acting as our standing leg. Picking up our right leg as our lifted leg. So kick the right leg behind you, bending at the right knee. Reaching for the inside sole of the right foot. Bringing the knees together to align the hips. Reach the left arm, as a counterbalance. You back up. I stay in frame. Take a breath in to set up your pose. Your exhale, hinging forward and kicking back. With equal effort, breathe. Don't be afraid to hinge a little bit further forward, letting that hip open, keeping your gaze set. One more breath. And slowly make your way out. Hands at your sides, take a breath. Clean slate on the other side. Right leg acts as our standing leg. Bending the left knee, reaching behind you for the inside sole of the left foot. Right arm reaches up as our counterbalance. Knees are together to align the hips. Breath in. Exhale, hinging forward and kicking back. Taking your time to get into the pose. Moving a little further with each breath. Keeping your gaze set. One more breath. And slowly make your way out. Slowly, gently. And step to the top of your mat if you've traveled. Inhale, reach up, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, and take ragdoll into gorilla pose, sliding the palms underneath the feet, palms up. Breathe here. Really stretching the hamstrings. Gently shifting the weight a little bit forward into the toes. If you have open hamstrings, you can have a little bend in the elbows to help pull your upper body down a little bit further. If you have tight hamstrings, have a generous bend in the knees. Take 2 more deep breaths in your gorilla. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, empty. Inhale, release the hands out from underneath the feet. Exhale, walk the feet back together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, palms to the mat. Step back, high plank. Inhale at the top. Exhale, either modifying or dropping into chaturanga, a little push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, drop the knees. And exhale, find your child's pose. Toes together. Knees can be wide or they can be together for this child's pose if you prefer. Just coming back to your breath. Coming back to your intention. Taking note if this child's pose feels any different than your first child's pose. Noticing if there's still any areas of tension and focusing your breath there. Deep inhale, fill all the way up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, make your way onto your stomach, legs extended long behind you for locust pose as a back bend. So legs are together, relax the glutes, palms are underneath your shoulders and elbows are tucked in to the side body. Chin onto the mat to set it up. On an inhale, we'll peel the upper body off the mat and lift the lower body. So inhale, rise up. You can hover the palms off the mat or keep them planted. Keep the elbows tucked. Breathe. One more inhale, lift. Exhale, gently lower and rest one cheek onto the mat. And we'll take another round of locust pose. You can choose a different arm variation if you would like to take a bind behind your back, arms out into a T, extended in front of you, or right where we have them. It's your choice, it's your practice. I'm going to take the bind, chin to the mat to set it up. lift up on your next inhale, peeling the upper body off the mat, lifting the legs, staying with the breath. Breathe. One more breath in, lift. Exhale, gently lower the other cheek onto the mat. Arms relax. Feet relax. Breath relaxes. Bring your palms back onto the mat. Tucking your toes. And either pressing yourself up to high plank and down dog, or making your way to down dog however you would like. So challenge would be to press up and come back, or make your way there however you would like to. Just to stretch out that back from all those back bends. Bend the knees, hover them off the mat. Take a couple breaths to open up the lower back. Inhale, straighten the knees, pressing the heels towards the mat. Down dog. Breathe in. Exhale. Release. Lower the knees onto the mat, this time coming onto your seat for a few forward folds before we come down onto the mat to relax and cool down a little bit. So we'll begin with staff pose, extending the legs long in front of you, finding your sits bones, feet are flexed, legs are together. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, engage the core, protect your lower back. Exhale, fold forward over straight legs, having a bend in the knees. If your hamstrings are tight, being gentle with yourself. Moving with your breath, just as you do in the standing poses, finding some length on your inhales, and finding a little softness on your exhales. Take one more inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, make your way back to seated. Keeping the right knee, bend the right knee, keep the left leg extended. And then bring the right foot to the outside of the left thigh, and bring the right hand behind the low back like a kickstand for a twist. Left arm reaches up, breathe in. Exhale, twisting to the right, using your breath to turn you in your twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Release it, coming back through center. Taking a counter twist to your left. Then bringing it all the way back and switching out your legs. Extending the right leg, bending the left knee, and bringing the left foot to the outside of the right thigh. Bringing the left hand behind you. Right arm reaches up. Inhale, setting up your twist. Exhale, taking your twist over to the left. Using your breath, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. release it. Counter twist to the right. Releasing that twist. Breathe into it. Coming all the way back to center. This time bending both knees and then letting the knees fall open to the sides. Soles of the feet are together. Sitting up tall. Taking a breath in. Exhale, folding forward for your bound angle pose. Letting the head and the neck relax. Having your feet further away from your body for a more gentle stretch. Closer to your body for more of a challenge. So you choose the type of pose you need. Somewhere where you feel stretch, somewhere where you're doing a little bit of work, but you can continue that flow of breath. Take one more full inhale. Soften on your exhale. Fold a little further. And gently release it. Inhale, come back up. Guide the knees back together. And we'll make our way onto our backs. Reach the arms in front of you. And slowly lower yourself with control onto the mat. Hugging the knees into the chest when you get there. Rolling around. Massaging out the spine. You can rock side to side or make circles with the knees. Take happy baby, reaching for the soles of the feet. Soles of the feet are pointed towards the ceiling, and your knees are pointing towards the side body. If you cannot reach for the soles of your feet, if your legs are tight, your hips are tight, you can always grab for the backs of the knees or the backs of the thighs and get the same stretch. Continue to breathe. You can rock from side to side in your happy baby. You can play with straightening the legs, maybe one at a time, or both. And release your happy baby. Pulling the knees back into the chest. Keeping the right knee pulled in, extend the left leg long onto the mat. Setting up your twist. Bringing the right knee to fall across the body, arms in a T. Gaze over your right shoulder. Softening the gaze or closing the eyes. Continuing the breath. Deep full inhales and complete exhales. One more. Unwind, coming back through center. And switch out your legs. Right leg is long. Left knee bends into the chest. And then let the left knee fall across the body to the left. Gaze to the right. Left knee falls to the right. Gaze to the left. Eyes can be open or closed. Just soften the gaze if your eyes are still open. One side may be more difficult than the other. So again, being patient with yourself. Working with your breath. And using that breath to focus on those tighter areas. Take 2 more rounds. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Hug the knees in. Give yourself 1 big squeeze. And then extend the legs long on the mat. Reach both arms overhead. Give yourself 1 long body stretch, filling up your mat. And then relax your arms at your sides, palms facing the ceiling. Settling in for your Shavasana. You can stay here, or you can take Supta in a reclined bound angle with the soles of your feet together and your knees falling open to the sides if you'd like more of a hip stretch. Let your eyes fall heavy. Relax your face. Relax your jaw. Relax the space between your eyebrows. And relax your breath, letting it return to natural flow. Feeling completely supported by your mat, letting the floor hold you up, allowing yourself to sink in. I encourage you to stay here for a few minutes, as long as you need to. I'm going to sign off this video and give you some peace. Thank you, as always, for tuning in and joining us. Namaste.